32. The second time these two teams have met this year. That is through the end zone. So who can put up numbers when given the opportunity. And that's who they give it to right off the bat. Out past the 40-yard line, past the 50. Finally taken out of bounds by Rashad Jones. Wires checked in the game for the Jets. Give it to McGuire, who picks up about 2. Shotgun. Forte beside him in the backfield. Looks for Forte. Complete. Out past the 40. Picks up the first down before he's taken down by Kiko Alonso. Converted defensive lineman. Quick pass over the middle, incomplete. The starter against the Saints when they played in London. McCown looking up top for Jermaine Kearse. Touchdown, Jets.
On Tankersley, and it's just a straight go route, and I love the fact that Josh McCown throws him open. He's thrown to a spot. Now they have rhythm and timing with the receivers and the quarterback, and Tankersley gets lost. Got beat out of his back pedal.
Has immediately become the team's #1 receiver as the extra point from Chandler. Kick is off. And Jakeem Grant will not return this kick. So
rhythm, that helps Cutler tremendously.
Starting in a 2 tight end set. That pass is complete to one of those tight ends, Julius Thomas. A very quiet season for Julius Thomas. 25-yard gain for Julius Thomas. Nothing going for the Giants. Let's see here. Handoff up the middle, past the 40 before he slips down on this sloppy turf there. That's
Here's Miami game. Let's see if that carries over.
Fakes the handoff to Damian Williams. Cutler throwing it off. That is juggled and incomplete. Looked like it hit the ground before Stills got a hand on it.
See if the official calls that.
I'm not sure that ball hits the ground, Chris.
It never hit the ground, but I wonder if his left foot right there was out of bounds. This is where we'll get a look. No, that's a catch.
There. Stills.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field has changed. We have a completed catch. The ball never touched the ground. It'll be first and goal at the 4-yard line. Miami is not charged with timeout.
Landry working out of the slot. Cutler rolling to his right, and there is Landry. Touchdown, Miami.
In and out coverage right here. You got the first guy inside, I got the first guy outside. You see right there the 2 rookie safeties, Marcus May and Jamal Adams, are confused on coverage, leaving Jarvis Landry alone.
Parkey on for the extra point. Up and through as well.
Throwing the ball to set up the run. Usually you run to throw. These teams are throwing to run.
And here is the rookie, Ardarius Stewart, out just past the 20-yard line. Here's the handoff up the middle to Forte, and he's going nowhere. Rashad Jones in run support. Quarterback coaching position. Short gain for Powell there. First third down for either team today. McCown feeling the pressure. He eludes the rush. With time, tries to squeeze it in there, but that is broken up by Kiko Alonso. Now Jakeem Grant back to return the punt. Calls for the fair catch just inside the 30-yard line. Pisano. Ajayi met, almost immediately breaks a tackle, but he can't escape the second one from Jordan Jenkins. For Cutler and the Dolphins. Got a flag on the play. Looks like that could have been illegal motion on Ajayi.
False start, number 10, offense. 5-yard penalty.
Call that on Kenny Stills.
Cutler and make him uncomfortable.
That was Jarvis Landry in motion to the right. This is Ajayi. Nothing going for Ajayi here. 3 guys. Was named the team MVP for the Jets. And to give again, up the middle to Damian Williams. And world out here today as we are knotted up at 7. Matt Hawk punts as There's a flag right before he kicks.
False start, number 32, offense, 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
Averaging right around 10 yards per return throughout his career. 1 punt return touchdown for Curley. As you can see, I don't think we can say this enough. The turf is going to be an issue.
Raise up!
Flushed out of the pocket, he's going to throw it away.
Maintaining their footing in and out of breaks.
McGuire picks his way through that defense for a gain of 4 situations. Empty backfield for McCown. McCown over the middle. That is complete to Jeremy Curley, right from last year. And there we see a slip on the turf again. 2nd and 9. McCown under pressure. McCown is taken down. That's Cameron Lake. This guy has been an absolute jet killer. It's his 9th sack in 17 games against the Jets. 3rd and long. Forte has some room, keeps his feet out past the 40, past the 45, close to the 1st down, and he has it. Tremendous individual effort from Forte, a 21-yard pickup.
Number 1 rule. 3rd down, watch Jordan Phillips is going to do a great job of hustling. But just kids, watch this play, okay? So we got a chance to make a tackle in open field. What we don't want to do is go for the strip right here, but secure the tackle. We don't need a strip. We need to get the tackle to get him to punt the football. And when you got guys going for the football as opposed to going for the tackle, you are giving up big plays, especially to a guy like Matt Forte.
While Powell was in the backfield, McCown, they dump it off here. Not going to be a whole lot going there. Flag on the plays. It's
97. Illegal use of hands to the face, number 97, defense. 5-yard penalty, automatic 1st down.
McCown dumps it off. And that is some room for the tight end, Eric Tomlinson. Kiko Alonso finally takes him down. Curley to the left of McCown. McCown looking for the end zone. Wide open, Robbie Anderson. Again, it's on the rookie Tankersley. The 2nd time they have exposed him today.
Let's be careful on exposed right now because he's looking for help. Anytime a corner gets beat, his eye is going to turn and look back to see what happened. So right here, I think Tankersley's expecting inside help right there, and Rashad Jones jumps to the outside. You see his head turn? Where was my inside help? He knows where the weakness is.
Extra point is through.
No, the Dolphins were wrong.
That we can be sure of. This is Jakeem Grant fielding the kick, has some speed, spins out of a tackle, and tries to scoop. Cutler going to work at the 28-yard line. Looking deep, and that is dropped by Julius Thomas. 20% of the catchable passes thrown by Jay Cutler. Jai trying to find some room, spins out of a tackle, but he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage there on 2nd down. So now back beside him. Dangerous 3rd down. Back as Cutler's feeling the pressure, taken down almost immediately. That's Darren Lee, the 2nd-year linebacker out of Ohio State. There was a flag on the play.
Personal foul, rubbing the passer, defense, 15-yard penalty, 1st down.
30 years, the head coach of the Jets, 1st and 10 now for the Dolphins. Ajayi trying to turn the edge there, has some room around the corner, but there's going to be another flag on this one.
Holding, number 51, offense, 10-yard penalty, 1st down.
Talked prior to the game how important he was to this team. Ajayi very important to this Dolphins running game. 2nd and 17 for Cutler. Cutler swings it out, passes complete to Fasano. He to Cutler's left in the backfield on 3rd and 18. He dumps it off to Ajayi. Ajayi with room, crosses the 50, going to be short of the 1st down.
So far, that guy's playing his rear end off today.
Here's the punt. Curley back to receive. Looks like he was hit momentarily, and then first and 10 on the 21 for McCown. McCown with a handoff, and McCown over the middle. That's going to be just short, intended for Jermaine Kearse. Let's rookie Elijah McGuire, who split wide. McCown over the middle. That's Robbie Anderson. He's taken down right away. That tackle made by Lawrence Timmons. Lockman Edwards, punter for the Jets. Fielded, bobbled for a minute, and then he slips to the ground as he gets past the 30-yard line. Ajayi in the backfield for Cutler, and they are indeed throwing on first down. That's complete to Jarvis Landry, just short of the first down. Well, tied with his former teammate at LSU, Odell Beckham Jr., for the most receiving yards as they fight to get to that first down line. That's Damian Williams, their tailback. So this is the jumbo package. Ajayi up the middle, following the block of Mawaluga, and he does indeed get the first down. He's for this Dolphins team. When they can get Ajayi going, then this offense is going. Last time they played the 2nd and 8, Cutler to pass. Cutler heaves it up, and he was pressured by Muhammad Wilkerson. They had to convert on third down. Jakeem Grant to the right of Jay Cutler. Cutler throwing off his back foot. That's batted around, but it looks like that's going to be pass interference.
That situation, because the receiver doesn't go up for the football. He's just panicked that he's beat, so he's going to take the interference call.
Cutler dumps it off, and that's going to be a first down and then some, but there's a flag on the field.
Really aggressive.
Block in the back, number 51, offense, 10-yard penalty, still first down.
Pitch out to Ajayi. Ajayi cannot get to the edge, taken down right away by Darren Lee.
Got to stay off the head.
Personal foul, grasping the face mask, number 58, defense. Half the distance to the goal, first down.
For them to calm him down at times. Dolphins in the red zone. Cutler, pass complete. Ajayi diving for the first down again.
Offense. Now he's getting timing down with these players.
Ajayi up the middle inside the 5-yard line. Into the game. He's wide left for Cutler. And that's exactly where Cutler goes. Anthony Fasano.
Offensive PI. Watch Carew clear out, making the space open. See Carew? He's not getting called for an offensive PI. Jamal Adams loses his footing. Remember we said if a defensive back loses his footing.
Caps a 10-play, 70-yard drive.
Hasn't developed yet. There you can just pull it up. It's magic.
Did you even get color on those Polaroids?
No. Come on.
Ready? First and 10 for McCown. The give, and again, the turf monster bites again. Bilal Powell changed out the turf a couple of times, and they've done it recently. But when you have a college football game played here the night before, that's not going to help your cause, as there is room out past the 50-yard line and into Dolphin territory. That's Bilal Powell. That's how we like to do it, but we're not going to be afraid to ride the hot hand. And if Powell's the first one to get going as he rips off another 5-yard gain, they're going to keep riding him for a little while. There was a flag on this run.
Holding, number 88, offense, 10-yard penalty, still first down.
Who was suspended after he was AWOL after leaving the team, but they welcomed him back with open arms. That pass is complete to Matt Forte. Rashad Jones takes him down. On 2nd and 14. Matt Forte split to the left. McCown flushed out of the pocket. Feeling the pressure, buying some time. And there's a lot of room out to the right. McCown tries to squeeze it in there. That's going to be incomplete. Chad Hansen split to McCown's left. He dumps it off. Powell taken down short of the first down. Jones in there. And he's dangerous anytime he gets his hands on the ball. Calls for the fair catch early and lets it bounce inside the 5-yard line. This is Ajayi, who might get to there. Peter years ago been playing banged up. Ball tipped in the air, and that is intercepted at the 2-yard line, and wouldn't you know, it's Muhammad Wilkerson. He must have heard us talking about it.
And he gets an assist from Jamal Adams, number 33, off the corner blitz. And Muhammad Wilkerson again making plays today. He's going to come off with a power rush. Jamal Adams is going to pull off the pass rush, which is very nice. And he's going to go get up into the throwing lane, and Muhammad Wilkerson makes a great athletic play of catching that ball at the highest point. And boy, does he want that touchdown. But number one rule, I love the fact that the defensive lineman with his hands all taped protect the football.
Wilkerson didn't practice at all 2 weeks ago, played against the Patriots. Didn't Up the middle, Bilal Powell, nothing going there. So we're going to be looking at... Up the middle, waiting for the signal on the touchdown. And it is indeed a Jets touchdown.
It's a nice job, first of all, of the Jets offensive line staying lower than the Dolphins defensive line, getting that initial surge. Rashad Jones tries to come up and clean up quarterback sneak, but McCown reaches the ball over.
Responsible for every Jets touchdown of the day, threw for 2, and he is now interception, picking off that man Jay Cutler. That is up and through the end zone.
The first play of 2 minutes.
That pass through the hands of Kenny Stills, but
they're at 21.
Cutler with time. Cutler complete. Cutler looking to his right, back to the middle, flushed out of the pocket, pressured by Adams, caught by Kenny Stills. Cutler pressured, and Cutler goes down. That's Josh Martin on the sack of Cutler. Cutler eludes the rush, but he's not going to get away this time. Again, it's Jamal Adams on the blitz, and this time Adams gets him. 4 corners offense. So the Jets are going to have a chance here as punt is inside the 10-yard line, and McCown going to take a knee. Perfectly content going into the locker room with a 7-point lead at halftime. Back to receive the Chandler Catanzaro kick. And that's Drake. Gets out past the 20-yard line. Ajayi with some room. Darren Lee there for the tackle after the gain of 7. But he's still working on footwork all the time. Gay said, listen, we have an extra... Cutler looking for Williams. Williams open, has the first down and then some. Breaks a tackle. He's finally taken down by Demario Davis. First down on the 40. Cutler deep. Has a man, can't pull it in, but there's a flag on the field. Trying to go to Kenny Stills again. Mo Claiborne in coverage. And you can see Cutler slow to get up. Jordan Jenkins was the man with the pressure.
See, I'm not gonna ever question Jay Cutler's toughness, because he took a shot, and it's the number of shots that he's taken today. First of all, his footwork is outstanding. That's why he was accurate with the football. And there's a shot to the rib cage. It's going to fall on his left shoulder.
Number 21 defense, 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Anthony Barr hit on Aaron Rodgers last week that, of course, broke his collarbone, and Aaron Rodgers is out.
No, well, that's the shot you take. I mean, you're exposed in that pocket. You can't protect these quarterbacks anymore. He's off the knees on the hit, right? He's off the head on the hit. He hits him in the right target, and that's a good, clean play.
1st and 10 on the 40 for Matt Moore. This is Ajayi. Adrian Stills to the left, the give to Ajayi. Ajayi's tripped up in backfield. Nothing going there. Jamal Adams back in there as well, as there's a flag down right around the 40-yard line. They ride their running back quite often as he takes the pitch over the 40-yard line. Darren Lee there to make the tackle.
Hurry, hurry, good!
Moore with time, flushed out of the pocket. There's a flag on the field. Moore just gets rid of it as somebody took his helmet.
Illegal formation on the offense. Number 70 was in man on the line of scrimmage. That penalty's declined. 4th down.
The rookie out of Arizona State standing at his own 30-yard line. An end over end punt. Curley fields it at the 11th. And he's forced out of bounds at about the 20-yard line. And there is Powell. Again, tripped up on the turf before. McCown on 2nd down. McCown with the receiver open, 1st down, flag in the backfield. That's Robbie Anderson on the catch. We'll see what the
47.
Hands to the face, number 93.
Off the edge.
Defense,
And Wake is going to come in.
1st down.
Look at the numbers for Anderson. Up the middle with room is Powell. Powell picks up 17 yards.
It's Sue.
Holding, number 67. Offense, 10-yard penalty. Still 1st down.
Forte crosses the 40-yard line, carrying tacklers with him to the 46.
After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 76. Offense, 15-yard penalty. 2nd down.
That's the center, Wesley Johnson.
Zilly, Zilly!
2nd and 20 for McCown. Pass zipped in there and complete to Curley. Catches on 20 targets for Curley. 3rd down, can't hold on. That was Curley again. Playing, he's in his 2nd year out of Baylor now, really communicating well there in the defensive backfield. Jakeem Grant. More time over the middle, complete. Leonte Carew with his first catch of the game. Catch of the season for Carew, goes for 21 yards. Moore bobbles the snap for just a moment. He's thrown downfield again. What a grab right there by Julius Thomas. Drops one earlier, makes up for it there.
Julius with that big paw got up in the air, and a great throw again by Matt Moore, trusting his guy to go get the ball and also moving in the pocket.
Peyton Manning in Denver. 3 catches, 58 yards today. Here's Ajayi putting his head down. Might have gotten 2 on the carry. Let's 2nd and 8 for Moore, going downfield again over the head of Jarvis Landry. Moore intercepted by the Jets. That's May, the rookie safety. Definitely a miscommunication as May returns it into Dolphin territory, taken down at the 5-yard line. Matt Moore with his first interception of the year. Forte on the delayed handoff, dances his way to the 39-yard line. Territory today, both of them coming after interceptions. This complete over the middle to Jermaine Kearse. 3rd and 5. McCown over the middle, complete to Austin Safarian Jenkins. Ball on the 38-yard line. Now Powell has some room. Powell down to about the 22-yard line. Back by committee, but they're going to ride the hot hand. Give it to Powell again as he's taken down the backfield by Sue. You talk about that strength. You can see it right there.
All day for
Personal
Kevin
foul,
Winters.
grasping the face mask, number 93. Defense, at the distance of the goal. 1st down.
There's Powell, nothing going there. 2nd and 10. McCown feeling the pressure, tucks it himself, gets down to the 9-yard line. Keep your eye on Jermaine Kearse to the left side of your screen. McCown running to his right, directing traffic in the end zone. Wide open touchdown. Austin Safarian Jenkins, what a year he has had.
You need to hook up and play man-to-man. Get out of your zone, find the nearest guy in green, and go clamp down and play man-to-man. Josh McCown's mobility, again at 38, saves the day.
Yeah, almost making it look easy as McCown up 27, trying to make it 28-14 after the
World Series.
Very much looking forward to the Fall Classic, as there will be no return there. We've talked. Return is questionable. Moore throwing on first down. Finds Landry. We said it earlier, filled in last year for Ryan Tannehill. He's been here in Miami. The team knows him well. Ajayi on the pitch. And he's stacked up. 3rd and 5 here to start the 4th. There's more. And there's nothing going there. They had 0 sacks from the D-line. Now this is a D-line that, as Muhammad Wilkerson, had over 12 sacks in 2015. Coney Ealy had 3 sacks in a Super Bowl winner. Maybe he's a Heisman Trophy winner. Whistles, flags.
False start, number 79, offense, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
1st and 15 here. Powell on the ground. The Dolphins are saying they have it.
So Shad Jones coming over the top, making a great play off of safety pressure. Ball moving in his hands.
Look at the right knee. That's what I'm looking at here.
Yeah.
The right knee hits. It's close, though. From that angle, maybe the ball's coming loose. It has to be clear and obvious. If you go back on that shot, right there, does he have control of the football? Looks like the right hand is on this. And this is not a challenge. This is a replay official stoppage.
On the field has changed. The runner's right knee was down prior to losing the ball. He's second down at the 12-yard line.
In 15 on the 12-yard line now. Matt Forte picking up the blitz. They dump it off to Forte. And boy, is he mad.
I'll say it till I die. My last words.
3rd and 19. Delayed handoff. And that's not going to do it. Lachlan Edwards on the punt. 2nd year out of Sam Houston State. That is fielded at about the 47-yard line by Jakeem Grant. Jakeem Grant makes a couple of people miss. Gets down to the 42. The Dolphins starting in Jets territory. Good field position for them. Jarvis Landry puts his head down. Damian Williams checks into the ball game beside Matt Moore. That was Landry in motion. Moore gets rid of it just in time. 3 wide receivers to Moore's left. Swings it out to Ajayi. Ajayi crosses the 30, gets to about the 28-yard line. Jakeem Grant to the left of Matt Moore. That is somebody they wanted to get more involved today. He goes the other direction this time. He has his man, and that's a touchdown. Kenny Stills.
He uses his body like a good basketball player and a good rebounder. Box him out and go up and high point it. Great read by Matt Moore, throwing him open, understanding the free safety, vacated the area. You have a one-on-one matchup that you desire.
Crucial catch early on, a juggling catch that set up the first touchdown of the game for the Dolphins. Receiver core, Landry's been in the league now for 4 years as well, so certainly he provides some veteran leadership. No return here.
Touchdown catch today.
Probably not. 1st and 10 on the 25 for the Jets. Well, Powell, the running back, checked into the game. Intended for Robbie Anderson.
Good pressure on the receiver.
Flags.
False start, number 77, offense, 5-yard penalty, still second down.
That's left guard James Carpenter. Austin Safarian-Jenkins to the left. Swing it out to Forte. Forte spins down to the 25. Kiko Alonso out on the field. And McCown rolling to his left. Feeling the pressure from 2 Dolphins getting to him.
Josh does a great job of just getting up.
Jakeem Grant at the 44. Boy, is he quick. Tied the game at 28. Matt Moore setting his feet. Flag's already been thrown.
Prior to the pass, holding number 41, defense, 5-yard penalty, automatic. automatic first
So when
down.
you get nervous, or you get beat a couple times, Kenny Stills has beaten Buster Screen twice.
Jets, one of the least penalized teams in the NFL since Todd Bowles has been here. Now 10 penalties so far in this game as Matt Moore throws it out of bounds, was looking for Jarvis Landry.
You got to feel you're going to find a way to win a ball game.
Well, the fact that they have a winning record coming in. Moore, complete. Landry hurdles a man down to the 32-yard line. First down on the 32. Moore passing again. Complete to Landry inside the 5-yard line.
There's no collision right here. Landry is so quick that he's running free, and Matt Moore is trusting that he's going to throw to that back shoulder. Which was even, you throw it to the back shoulder.
Quickly on the ball are the Dolphins. Moore rolling to his right. Touchdown, Dolphins. Kenny Stills, give him another one.
Pass interference, number 88, offense. 10-yard penalty, still first down.
Picked him more than a yard downfield and it freed up the other receiver.
Here's Moore thrown again. Pass is complete. Once again, it is Stills.
Hurry, hurry, cut!
Moore complete. Julius Thomas taken down right away by Jamal Adams. Another flag on the field, though. That was going to be a no gain.
Prior to the pass, holding, number 41, defense. 5 yards after this was goal, first down.
And not give up an easy touchdown.
Moore caught. What a grab by Kenny Stills. You take one away, he's going to get another.
Screen is right here. He's thinking he's going to have inside help. Watch the release. Now you have May right there. Is he going to help him? Is Darren Lee going to help him? No, Stills just runs away from him in a beautiful thrown ball.
Got it. Patriots last week in which he had a fumble recovery and an interception. Darius Stewart takes a knee in the back of the end zone. Forte has a hole out across the 35, out to the 37-yard line. He's going to pick up the first down before being in the game 416 yards away from 10,000 career yards. This time it's Powell. He gets maybe one. Charles Harris there on the tackle. In the AFC East, they're doing a little bit better than expected. Bills and Jets among them. Here's Forte diving across the 40. Out to the left. 4 wide receivers to McCown's left. Flag already thrown. McCown taken down. Cameron Wake in there, but there was a flag before the sack.
Illegal motion, offense. A penalty decline, first down.
Forced fumbles, even has an interception against him. Jarvis Landry back to receive a booming punt. Inside the 10-yard line, out across the 20 to the 25 for Landry.
That he should have been the guy all along. That's just the feeling that I get right now from the way he's playing.
I can't imagine that's not going through his head. Moore complete. Then taken down at the 27 by Morris Claiborne is Kenny Stills. Empty backfield for Moore. Damian Williams, one of the 3 receivers, split to the left. Complete over the middle to Landry. That's going to be a first down. Here's Moore. Moore over the middle. Fasano in Jets territory down to the 40-yard line. Matt Moore taken down right away. 2nd and 19 now for Matt Moore. Moore feeling pressure again, has to get rid of it. Tossed it in the direction of Ajayi. Leonard Williams in there on the pressure. Among those in the game, Grant split wide to the left. And that pass was tipped. Curley back to return. He's going to let that bounce at about the 10-yard line, and it goes the other way. They're going to down it around the 15. 2 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right for McCown. McCown picked off. Bobby McCain with a game-changing play. There is a flag that comes in after the interception.
interception, and during the return, illegal block in the back, number 95 of the intercepting team. 10-yard penalty, first down.
Well, it's his own defense right here, and he's not going to jump, and all he's going to do is get underneath the route. Bobby McCain does a great job of scanning the field, keeps his feet in bounds, does a great job of protecting the football.
So here we go now with 39 seconds left. Ajayi slips right there at the 30-yard line. That Cody Parkey has not missed a field goal this season. It's Ajayi, breaks a tackle, tries to scoot to the outside. 3rd and 9, the smart play to Ajayi. Ajayi keeps his feet, gets down to the 20-yard line. Cody Parkey. 39-yard attempt is up, and it is good.
Good snap, hold, fundamentals. Since we're in Miami, I'll say laces out, Finkel. And they're more. Understanding what a defense does in 2-minute drill, you take away the outsides.
Parkey's kickoff going to be taken at the 3-yard line. Stewart met hard. 17 seconds left. Alteron Werner there on the tackle. McCown from his own 11-yard line, flagged down, nearly intercepted, but there was a flag before he threw the ball. That statement.
There are 2 fouls on the offense, holding number 79. That penalty is declined. Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 11 on the offense for taking off his helmet. That penalty will be enforced half the distance, and it'll be 2nd down.
And here they go. Safarian Jenkins pitches, couple of missed tackles, and that's going to be the ball game.